this week on Take a Look.
So, which one of you is next?
We're double dosing danger, two-fering terror, 2 horror movies all this week talking scares, starting with Final Destination Bloodlines.
Maybe Death's not actually coming for our family. Because that would be crazy.
The movie that redefined fate for 25 years. Then,
Welcome aboard.
forget Jaws. You're not gonna need a bigger boat. You're gonna need to get off this boat.
Tell me that ain't the greatest show on earth.
Dangerous Animals, a game-changing horror suspense thriller that wowed the Cannes Film Festival. It's gonna blow your mind.
Where are we?
We're on his boat.
Whose boat?
I don't think you want to know.
We'll go deep with the cast and crew. All horror this week as we take a look.
Take a look! It's our summer horror special. So I'm just a little geeked out right now because pretty much anything could fall on me and create one of those Final Destination moments. Hey, it's Take a Look. It's where we talk about things on small screens and big screens, summer movies. And by the way, shout out summer movies. You made history with the biggest box office weekend in the history of Hollywood next week, which means, Kelly Savannah Deaton, people still like to go see movies.
Absolutely, they do, and why shouldn't they? The 2 movies we're talking about today have to be seen on the biggest screen possible.
Yeah.
Only way to do it.
We always talk about cinematic features like your Mission Impossible, seeing it that way, but also another reason you should go to theaters to see a horror movie, because being in a dark room, either all by yourself or with strangers, creepy.
100%. And Final Destination Bloodlines, when anything can happen, even looking around here, you never know when death is just knocking at your door. And in this movie, it completely revives it with so many unique deaths. I can't even begin to tell you how they come up with this stuff.
On the count of 3, talk about the most memorable kill you've ever seen in a Final Destination. 1, 2, 3.
Tanning salon.
Logging truck. I thought you were going to say logging truck. All right, forget about you. Let's go back to Final Destination 2. That's with a logging truck. 9 out of 10 Final Destination fans say that this is their favorite scene in a movie.
Yes, I 100% agree. I forgot about that one. To this day, I still cannot drive behind a logging truck.
The only thing scarier than Final Destination moments are my haircuts through the years. I talked to Ali Lauder about this film almost 25 years ago. Take a look.
Exactly. And there's some scenes, and I can't talk about it too specifically because I don't want to ruin anything.
Sure.
But there are some scenes where afterward you're going, you didn't have to do that to me.
Completely. And also because, you know, in most of these movies, you know what is coming, and if you don't want to see it, you turn around. In this one, you turn back, and then it happens.
Right.
So it always gets to you when you least expect it.
Have you guys thought about setting up regionally in theaters nationwide a little desk outside with a therapist, like right after people get out of the movie?
Helping
they
them
can go
through
to
it. You're a smart man. It's an idea.
Any near-death experiences for you that you can relate to?
Yeah, you know, I was once driving with my mother. It was like during El Nino, and there was horrible floods on the 405, and we lost control of the car, and it was just, I mean, for me, you know, I say I don't worry about death. It's not something that really scares me. The thought of me hurting somebody else is just, you know, it just, you know, I can't even imagine. So for me, it's like going to this character. I thought about that a lot, like the danger that she brought to others.
So you can be in the most disfiguring, mangling accident, and as long as you don't take anybody else out on the way out, you're okay?
I'm fine with it. I'll deal.
A sweet person, always concerned about the other person.
Mark, the only thing killing it there was your haircut with those highlights.
And I was back in the day, I was going for Justin Timberlake, but ended up more Lance Bass, which is fine. I mean, to each other, I just missed the mark a little bit. All right, so let's catch up to now. We're 25 years later, still talking about the relevance of this movie, Final Destination Bloodlines. How would you sell it?
I would sell it by saying this isn't just a reboot, this is a complete reimagining of this film. And just when you think you have death figured out, you don't. It puts the most mundane things. You're going to be scared of the most mundane things or the most outrageous things. Anything and everything goes in this movie. Twists and turns and edge of your seat the entire time, the entire movie.
Oh, jeez, and the effects make it even more cringy. You talk to the cast about it, take a look.
So this movie, congratulations, first and foremost.
Thank you.
It has such an iconic legacy. It's been loved, beloved by so many people, young, old, everybody loves these movies. How did you feel when you first got the call that you were going to be involved in this new franchise, in Bloodlines?
Beyond just being thrilled that we got a job.
Yeah. Beyond that part. That was step one.
Well, I, unlike these two, I had never watched them. So I was thrilled because my kids and their friends and people in my life who love horror movies all knew and were thrilled.
So they were pushing you to do
I
it.
then had to go and watch them all.
Oh, okay.
Which was really fun. But I hadn't seen them.
Wow. world.
Yeah, so it was a whole new world for me.
Whole new world. That is a whole new world. What about you guys? Did you watch them growing up?
Yes,
Okay,
of
so you were
course.
familiar.
Yes,
What
yeah.
was the most memorable death scene that comes to mind that will stay with, besides your own movie, that will
Yes.
stay with you forever? Like for me, I'll never drive behind a log trip.
That's what we keep saying.
As
Yeah.
long as I
Collectively,
live.
the
Never,
world.
Never. Yeah. What
Yeah.
about you guys?
The gymnastics one for
Yeah,
me.
that one's
I think
rough.
the build up for that one, I think, was kind of that was crazy because I really didn't expect that to happen. She like went through her skin. Like, how do you exit your own body?
Yep. Final Destination makers always find a way.
Yeah. But that was it for me.
Probably I love the final death in the second movie. It's a good one because it comes out of nowhere.
I'm trying to think.
It's the barbecue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are the best when they come out of
Yeah.
nowhere. You think
You don't
this
expect
movie
them.
does a great job at
Yeah.
a plot twist. I love that where you think it's going this way and then rug
then it
pulled out from
doesn't.
under you. Who in the cast is most likely to survive a real life Final Destination scenario?
I think Rhea.
Rhea.
No
Rhea's gonna have a
hesitation.
fight.
No
Yeah.
hesitation. I love it. Not even
Rhea's
a beat
gonna-
went
Wow.
by. I love
Yeah,
that.
she's always
I am
on the ball.
honored.
Yeah, she's
I
always
love
one
that.
step ahead of everyone.
I'm so careless and so clumsy. I'm gonna be the first one to die.
I love it. I love
I'm
it.
gone.
They're
You're
just
the
saying that
martyr.
because I
Just
play their
change
mom
it.
and I'm
Say You're the
older.
martyr. That
Yeah.
makes it seem
No.
more,
Exactly.
happy
Always
in a way.
prepared.
I love that. All right, we're gonna do some rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Just at
Oh,
the top
wonderful.
Of the hat.
Love it.
Ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jump scare or slow burn?
Slow burn.
Slow burn.
Jump scare.
Love it. Okay. Chainsaw or cursed elevator death?
Chainsaw.
First elevator.
Ooh, yeah, chainsaws. You two. Whew, we gotta keep an
Chainsaw.
eye on you
It's
two.
fun.
I'm with you on the elevator.
Yeah. No chainsaw,
Premonition
thank you.
or a plot twist? Do we like when characters?
Plot twist.
Okay.
I like premonitions.
Okay.
I like a plot twist.
Okay. Okay. I like it. Plane crash or roller coaster crash?
Oh God, plane
Roller
crash.
coaster.
Roller coaster. If I'm
Roller
going out, I want to have
coaster.
fun.
Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
never thought of it like
Yeah.
that. Look
We
at you,
also-
glass half full.
Which is
As
faster.
actors, we fly so much.
Yeah, flying is too real.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll take the roller coaster.
My favorite thing about this is that you're stressing these people out that have just come
know.
off the cringiest, scariest, gruesomest movie
I
ever.
know. You could see they started relaxed and then they got more tense. I love it.
I will say this. What's funny, one of them is going to get their way very much so in this film, but we're not going to give it away. Coming up in a moment, we will continue to not plot spoil, but one of my favorite things about this movie is how the director got the gig. We will continue. More Final Destination Bloodlines next. And welcome back. It is Take a Look. We're knee-deep into our show about summer horror movie. Two ways you can see movies. Final Destination Bloodline soon going to be at home to stream, but also another horror movie down the road you got to see on the biggest screen possible.
100% always. If there's an option, always go to the movie theater, people, and see it the biggest screen possible.
So you got a minute to see Final Destination Bloodline that way. The reason I love this movie is how the director got the gig, and more specifically, how the directors got the gig.
Yes, they actually staged a Final Destination.
They killed someone?
Well, that's,
What'd they do?
I plead the fifth on that. But they actually staged a Final Destination scene within the interview to get the gig. So that way they could show the New Line Cinema that they knew all about Final Destination and they knew how to get it done. And boom, it worked. Here they
Deeper
are.
dive on that in a little bit. In the meantime, take a look at your interview with the remaining 3 people before they reach the end.
So I didn't think I even understood the concept of a franchise, and you know what I mean. When
Sure.
you're young, those lines are blurred. I just remember like having a irrational fear of log trucks, which I think most people have, but
seeped into you.
seeped in. Yeah.
Neat thing.
Any
The big
kind of
one that I always
semi-truck.
remembered was the third one. Like for some reason, for like my friends, it was like, have you seen Final Destination 3? It was the roller coaster. It's a roller coaster.
That one's a good
That
one,
one
too.
really
Thank
affected
you
people.
for having that fear unlocked. What about you?
I remember I've only just remembering now that I actually saw the second one first when I was,
okay.
I think, like 11, whenever it came out. And then I went back and watched the first one, and then I watched 3, 4, 5, and then I've seen all of them multiple times now. But
So you are well versed.
I am well versed.
I had not
This
seen
was a
them
big
before
deal.
I auditioned.
you
I
didn't?
watched them after the audition and before shooting them, and I was like, these movies are great.
You're like, I'm glad to be a part
Yeah,
of
I'm
it.
like,
Good
wow, I
thing.
can't wait to make this.
Total
The concept of fate and death play a huge role in this movie. Do you believe in destiny, or do you believe that we make our own paths in life?
I believe we make our own.
I think make our own paths. Yeah.
It's quiet
I believe
over
in
there.
destiny.
Are you just saying that to be different, or you really do? Okay.
No, I don't know. one foot in front of the other, I guess.
Yeah, that's
that,
fair point.
That's making your own, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
Maybe there's like a culmination of both.
There you go.
You
I'm
know,
with
you
you
got
on
some
that
destiny
one.
out there, but you can kind of change it.
Of all the films, which death scene has stayed with you? We kind of already went over that, but do you have a specific?
Excluding ours.
Excluding yours.
Of which there will be no death.
Tanning
course.
beds.
Oh, yes.
Tanning beds.
Yeah.
Tanning beds and tanning
Also, acupuncture from, I think that's from the same one.
Five.
I actually went and got acupuncture the day of the Fangoria screening. In the morning, I went and got acupuncture, and I was like, what have I done? Why did I do this? What was I thinking? Yeah.
Little Timmy getting squished by a pane of glass in the second one. That's my forever favorite one.
Poor Tim.
Yeah.
I like those really
Poor
fast
Tim.
ones. Like in the first one when she gets hit by the bus. That is just...
Yeah.
In ours, this isn't giving anything away, but in ours, it's in the trailers and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a piano involved, and
That
when
was
I
so
watched that,
good.
I literally went,
Yeah, people cheer. Yeah, people
was like,
cheer.
yes!
It's so good.
So
That was
satisfying.
not to plot spoil, but
course.
everyone around me cheered as well. That's
good.
accurate.
They deserved it.
Who in the cast is most likely to survive a real Final Destination scenario?
Caitlin or Richard, because Richard would make a deal with death and be like, I'll do some work for you.
I didn't even rank.
No,
I'm
you would be
undefeated
the
against
first.
death as of this point.
So mean.
I've been undefeated against death for longer than both of you
Than both
have
of us.
because I'm
You're
the
right.
eldest.
Oh,
You're
there
right.
you go. That's a good way. That's a good way to think of it.
And Richard is so cocky in real life and in this movie. Sometimes
love
you
it.
want someone to get their final destination in
I
a movie.
know.
I can't watch it. If you have any piercings
Any at all.
or are considering piercings, you won't after this.
Yes.
Because his character, like their thing, I can't even, let's just
Yeah.
say there are things you don't know are pierced. We'll fix that in post. until it all kind of
Yep. Yeah.
comes flying out.
It's a rough scene. I will say it is the roughest of the roughest.
Oh,
scene.
suddenly we're getting the wrap on this movie. Well, so much.
Yeah.
All right, so go see it at theaters while
Yes.
you can. However, in 2 weeks, you'll be able to see it streaming. Final Destination's Bloodlines will not let you down.
Yep, it's sadistic. It has all the deaths you can think of, and it will surprise you at every turn.
The same could be said for Dangerous Animals. Coming up in a moment, like we said earlier, you don't need a bigger boat. You're going to need to get off the boat. The only thing sharks might be scared of are the people topside. You'll find out all about it. We'll join the cast and crew next. Hey, welcome back. It is Take a Look. Thanks for watching. Hey, if you're watching around the world on AFN, thank you so much
Yes,
for taking care of the
thank
United
you.
States of America. 277 different countries and territories worldwide. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, if you're out and about, this might want to keep you away from the waters, much like Jaws did, but at the same time, it might want to keep you away from people.
Yep, indeed it is. And it has an amazing cast. Jai Courtney, Hassie Harrison.
Yeah. And Josh Houston, I love that. Hassie, you know, from Yellowstone, of course. In
Yes.
fact, I caught up with the two of them about keeping this movie afloat. No pun. Take a look. Awesome. Congratulations. I feel like I should be giving you a standing ovation. And congratulations on crushing it there.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so
That really
much.
means a lot. This is like, I'm still coming down from the high of it all. You know, we just flew in from Cannes yesterday, so we're just trying to process, how cool and how special the response to this movie's been. It's so, I think as an actor, you can only dream.
Now let's talk about the grueling part of making all of it. In a day where things can be shot on sound stages with green screen, this was shot on the water practically. What were the biggest challenges of that for both of you?
Well, I think, the physical part of it, for me, the biggest challenge was being in the harness. I was in that for a few days. But I think it just adds to it. Like you actually are in pain and you're on the water and you're cold and you're going through the same thing as your character. And I feel like you can connect a lot more to their emotional state. But it was still just a dream. Like you're in pain, but I'm having fun doing it.
Yeah.
That sounds.
Yeah, it gives you a lot to pull on as an actor. I mean, I think for me, being in that water at night, and it was so cold. It was winter in Australia when we filmed it. And, there were days that everybody's in parkas and beanies and scarves and you can see their breath. And I'm like in my shorts and a tank top, just like, all right, I just got nothing to it but to do it, But I think I think there's genuine fear getting in that water at night. And I think I didn't even have to act. It was perfect.
Yeah, Hass brought it every day. She was doing laps of the ocean.
So yeah, if you want to talk about a change of atmosphere, like actors are always looking for, a new scene to refresh their craft. Going from the great American frontier to this, you could not have asked for greater juxtaposition.
I feel pretty lucky. I feel like, I worked in comedy and I did improv before that, so I've been able to stay out of any pigeonholes, that's for sure.
Truth be told, and without plot spoiling, Josh, there's some scenes where, let's just say you're resting, you just have to sit still.
Yes.
Hannah, did he ever fall asleep between takes or even during takes?
Never.
No, I feel like, there's so much going on in the background that I had to, you can't fall asleep. Like Hassie and Jai are just going at it and I'm trying to not open my eyes and watch what's going on because
that is the hardest.
That's the hardest part.
We also just all love each other so much. I mean, as soon as it was cut, we were all just like making each other laugh and having a good time.
Yeah, I struggle to sit still in general, so I'm trying to focus on that.
And then the relationship with your co-star, I've been talking to Jai for a quarter of a century all over the world. One of the kindest people on the planet.
He is.
But even still, this role is so effective, I don't think I'm ever going to look at him the same.
Yeah, he's a big teddy bear, but he's also got that energy in him, and he just delivers, like, I think, an incredible performance.
He's a tour de force. I mean, like, he just has this intensity about him, and just the way he moves through life. Like, I just wish I had just a half of his life force, you know? But yeah, I mean, that's what made shooting this movie possible and fun for me even, dare I say. You know, it was a really heavy stuff, but, as soon as they yelled cut, he's the first to come check in and make sure. He's like, you good? You good?
Yeah, he goes from...
We're all having fun here?
Yeah, grizzly bear to teddy bear and cut.
You guys, an amazing trio, great ensemble, including your sharks.
Aw.
Congrats.
Hey, thank you so much.
Man.
You're awesome.
Thanks, cheers.
We should give them that standing ovation like they got a can. How odd is that an independent horror film also got a giant standing ovation alongside Mission Impossible
I know,
Can?
as it should. It's an incredible movie. And may I just say, if I'm ever on a deserted island, I want her. She understood the assignment. She carried this movie, and she is a badass woman. I want her on my team.
Yeah, except that's saying if she survived. You don't know. You're going to have to go see
true.
the movie. But I love that Jai Courtney ran in and go, you okay, you okay? He is the last person you expect to be kind after seeing this movie.
Yes, he plays mean very, very well.
Speaking of which, I'm going to talk to him about that. He creeps me out even virtually. And we'll catch up with him that way next. Hey, welcome back to Final Moments of Take a Look, concentrating on all things horror, but wrapping it up with dangerous animals. It's not the sharks, but the people you need to be afraid of.
Yes, and this is the first time we've actually seen a film where we don't blame the sharks. It's actually the people that are the dangerous animals, not so much the sharks. And I love that about this movie. It spins it on its head.
Not the people, the person, Jai Courtney. We talked. Take a look.
Having chased you all over the world, having had the pleasure of spending time with you on the set of Divergent in Chicago, that first run, I never in my wildest dream imagined how evil you must be inside to play this guy.
I'm a very broken person.
Even your gaze right now, that awkward pause for a moment there sent chills. That's not you, but congratulations on pulling off a role that will immortalize you.
Wow, that's you're too kind. I hope people have as much fun, digesting this as we did making it. It's certainly something I'm very proud of, and he was a great character. It's pretty dark and definitely like tested my limits as to what I could kind of stomach, dishing out this kind of torture, but I had a lot of fun with it, and hopefully was able to inject him with enough humanity that that audiences kind of get a full dynamic experience from him as well.
Is it better playing the hero or the villain?
Look, as I get older, I'm not afraid to admit that I think bad guys have more fun.
Look at Darth Vader. Come on.
Come on, dude. There's something kind of rewarding about having fewer redeemable qualities. And so, look, I don't know. It's become a little bit of a trend in my career in the last few years, and I'm all right with it. I just have to pepper it in with the odd good guy here and there, and I think I'll be able to restore some balance.
And this guy in particular, I don't think he thinks he's the villain. He just thinks he's a fisherman.
I'm so glad you said that, because that's how I approached him. You have to go in with some kind of sense of empathy and understanding, particularly when you're approaching a character that is capable of such atrocious things. I think the only way in is to try and find a way to believe that this crusade that he's on is totally truthful, because otherwise it's sort of a wash of evil, and that to me doesn't speak to reality. You know, I think we all have a capability to like bend our world into a space where, you know, we'll do things that might challenge someone else's morals, for instance.
We will justify whatever we want.
Exactly. And I think Tucker is like locked in a space where he feels like, you know, this is justified. He sees himself as one with the predator. He feels like he is, you know, an apex predator himself, and this is his little ecosystem, and it's up to him to like iron it out and make sure that balance is there within that kingdom.
This requires a quick answer because I'm wrapped officially.
Sure.
But what does the death of Julius Caesar, you and me, have in common?
March 15th?
Yes, sir. You're the only person I've ever met with my birthday. Happy birthday. Belated.
Happy birthday to you, my friend.
Peace, man.
Cheers.
Bye.
Yeah, or if you're in this movie, Happy Death Day. All right, so I got to wrap it up. Thanks for watching. See this movie, Dangerous Animals, because...
Jai Courtney, Australian, sharks. He's so unhinged. It's amazing. You got to see it.
Exactly. She loves him. I love the performance. Thanks for watching. Be sure and like and subscribe on YouTube. Thanks, Kelly. Thank you.
Thank you.